Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Thursday already.
Yeah.
It's flying by.
Yeah, now that's interesting. To me, this has been a long week. It feels like we should be past Thursday by now to me.
Well, you haven't had as many ball games this week, so you...
Maybe that's it. That might be it.
You're not playing catch-up as much. You're just going to work.
Yeah,
so,
that's a good point.
Yeah, maybe that's it. But we do have a ball game tomorrow night. We're getting excited about it. And as a matter of fact, starting tomorrow, we'll have some sports activity of some kind for you all the way through Monday of next week.
Yeah, tomorrow, of course, we'll be in Kearney, where the six-man football championship will take place. We'll be there covering SEM as they go for the championship, taking on Hay Springs in the final. And we'll have coverage of that game for you with kickoff at 7 o'clock from Kearney. It'll be on KBBN 95.3 FM. And then Saturday, we'll have coverage of Nebraska football as the Huskers go on the road to take on Wisconsin. Coverage for the game will start with the countdown to kickoff show at 4:30. Kickoff set for just after 6:30 on Saturday. And as a result of that, for those of you who like to listen to Little Stevie's Underground Garage radio show on KBBN because of Nebraska football playing at night, that show will be moved to Sunday night from 8 to 10. Speaking of Sunday, we'll have coverage of Nebraska volleyball during the afternoon on Sunday when Nebraska plays their match, I believe, at 2. I'm doing this off the top of my head. 1 o'clock, I think, is when things start on Sunday.
Yep, pregame 1.
All right. So that'll be Sunday. And then Monday, of course, we'll be in Lincoln to cover the Class D2 State Football Championship as Sandhills Thetford goes for the title, taking on Wynot in the championship game. That'll be an afternoon kickoff on Monday at 2:45, and we'll be there to cover it for you on KBBN 95.3 FM.
All right, Brent, thank you very much. School lunch menus coming your way on this Thursday. Thetford on this 16th day of November. Pizza, green beans, cheesy breadsticks, veggie, fruit bar, and milk.
Callaway today going to be serving their Thanksgiving meal today at Callaway.
Same at Sandhills at Dunning. They're having the turkey and dressing, mashed potatoes, gravy, corn, dessert. Sounds delicious.
Loup City today showing chicken nuggets or shredded pork sandwich and hash browns on the lunch menu at Loup City today.
Ansley, they're featuring their Thanksgiving dinner also.
All right. Let's see. Looks like a potato bar today, baked potato bar at SEM.
Today's the 16th. Yeah, I forgot to cross it off. There we go. Today at Anselmo Myrna, they're having fresh chicken ranch pasta with breadstick. They're having fresh baked ham and cheese subs. Pancakes and sausage as well available today, breakfast for dinner. Also vegetables, fruit, and milk.
Litchfield today serving ham sandwiches for lunch at Litchfield.
And the Prairie Pioneer Center here in Broken Bow, Nebraska, featuring their Thanksgiving dinner, mashed potatoes and gravy, dressing, corn, cranberry sauce, dinner roll, and dessert. So let them know if you're coming. They'll probably have a big crowd for this. 872-6121. Give them a call. If you're not a regular, give them a call. Let them know you'd like to take part in the Thanksgiving dinner today at the Prairie Pioneer Center.
The rest of the school lunch menus at Arnold today, they're going to be serving their Thanksgiving dinner today as well. As we go to Broken Bow Middle and High School, some of their choices today will be made fresh macaroni and cheese with dinner roll, hot dog, fresh baked ham and cheese sub, and the grill station combo is a cheeseburger basket today at Broken Bow. Some of the choices you'll get at Cozad today include a cheeseburger, French toast chicken sandwich, and a turkey club wrap. Some of the choices at Cozad today, and those are the school lunch menus that we have.
All right. Enjoy, and we'll have those again for you tomorrow on Friday. Okay, it's the Great American Smokeout today. For you folks who are still smoking, this is the day that they suggest you might give it a try. Don't smoke today, and maybe you'll get through the next day, and before you know it, you'll be smoke-free. It was created many years ago by the American Cancer Society to get smokers to quit, or at least make plans to quit. So that's what this day is all about. National Fast Food Day today.
Okay. Man, where would we be without, well, I'll put it in quotation marks, fast food?
Yeah, kind of blurred anymore what fast food is, but it started clear back in 1921. They've traced it back to the first fast food restaurant in Wichita, Kansas, where they turned an old streetcar into a burger stand. And that eventually became the first White Castle in 1921. And the rest is history. There's all kinds of fast food outlets now. You know anybody that collects buttons?
No, I can't say I do.
I don't think I do either. They're kind of like marbles, I think, to some people. There's really beautiful buttons. People actually collect them and have button collections still going on.
Huh.
Yep, people have been doing it for ages. It became an organized hobby back in 1938. I don't know. Whatever you do to pass the time, let that brain kind of rest a little bit and get into, I like this color. I'm going to put it with this group. Sounds pretty good. Also, the Major League Baseball will announce its valuable players tonight. If you're interested, 6 p.m. Eastern on the MLB network. Be interesting to see how that turns out. Voted on by the Baseball Writers Association of America. And birthdays. Anybody in your family having a birthday?
Not that I know of. See, you're putting me on the spot here lately. I don't like that because I get nervous. Well, maybe someone is celebrating and I don't remember. But I don't think so.
Okay. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody. But if you're having a birthday, you are celebrating today with Diana Krall. And she is fantastic. She's 59, a little older than maybe I thought. The Grammy-winning Canadian singer is one of the best-selling jazz artists of all time. Did a really great Christmas CD or album a few years back, probably more years than we think. She's also married to Elvis Costello, and they met through Elton John. Yeah. Lisa Bonet is 56. You know Lisa?
I'm going to say, if it's the one I'm thinking about, she would have been on The Cosby Show.
Yes, in the late 80s, she was in the show you just mentioned. She was also in a late 80s series, China Beach.
Oh.
I don't know about that one. And before taking on the role, I'm going to correct that. I'm on the wrong line. She was Denise Huxtable on The Crosby Show and A Different World.
Yes,
Scratch that.
Yep, starred in the spinoff.
Yeah, I got on the wrong line there. She is the ex-wife of both rocker Lenny Kravitz, and so she was married to Lenny.
I think I knew that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right, those are some birthdays that are happening, some different things going on. Turkey time was concluded yesterday. I heard Jeremy on KBBN give away the last turkey on the mighty Thunderbird yesterday. And did you give the last one away over on KCNI?
We did. Yep, they're all gone.
I got a list on my desk of winners. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thanks for participating.
Yes. It's amazing. I wish I could remember how we gave turkeys away before we had the shot thing going on.
Somebody asked me that.
I don't remember. I did it clear back in the day, but I don't remember how we did it.
Because when I first arrived here, we were doing the shots, but it seems to me like you just transitioned to it. And that would have been like 92, 91, 92, somewhere in there.
Yeah, maybe we just took the X amount of caller or something. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I remember a gentleman calling me and just chewing me out up one side, down the other, because he'd been trying for a long time. It might have been after the shot thing started. I kind of thought maybe it was before that, but I knew him really well, and he was upset. And he just gave me what he thought. He wanted a turkey, he had wanted turkey, and he was getting a little bit frustrated.
Yeah.
It is frustrating, especially when you got a 1 out of 3 chance on the shot deal, and you'd think you'd have more frequent winners.
Well, what can make it frustrating is it's not necessarily easy to get in. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then when you get in, and then you don't guess correctly, That could be frustrating.
Yeah, there's actually a theory out there that I've read in articles and a radio broadcast publication that those kind of contests do cause frustration with your listener, and they kind of recommend you don't do that. But how could we get rid of turkey time? I mean...
Oh, no, you can't.
Yeah. I mean, if they answer a question wrong, that's a little different than waiting to hear the shot.
Yeah, turkey time is just a game of chance.
Yeah. So we were talking yesterday about a couple of U.S. senators a U.S. senator and some person at a hearing, and the U.S. senator got up and was going to whip him, work him over right there in the chambers.
Oh, you said that. Now, I didn't hear any of this. You said this guy was a former professional wrestler?
Well, I think he was a martial arts and wrestler. He was I think he was from Oklahoma, but I don't know the U.S. senator. And Barry Sanders had to settle him down and tell him to act responsibly. We don't need violence in the chamber. You are U.S. senators. And the other guy told him he was acting like a 12-year-old, which he was. And then there's the ongoing one also where the former speaker, I don't know all the details, but there's a lot of chatter about some charges possibly being filed because one of the senators elbowed the other one in the ribs.
Oh, boy.
During a conference of some kind. I think they probably, need a little Thanksgiving break, kind of chill just a little bit, maybe go home and grow up and come back, give it another shot.
Yeah.
Gosh. All right, you want to play the game?
We can, yeah. Here we go. Been asking questions about President John Kennedy. It was actually 60 years ago on November 22nd, 1963, that President John Kennedy was assassinated. So we've been asking questions about our 35th U.S. president. In Kennedy's inauguration speech, he pledged to help those countries who were in need. Kennedy tried to keep this promise and set up a new organization to give aid and manpower to desperate countries. Volunteers were required for this. The question is, what was the organization called? Your choices are the International Aid Givers, the U.S. military, the Peace Corps, or Helping Hands. If you know, call us at 872-2801.
No, there ain't nothing like the Get Up and Go breakfast show.
Just want to let you know that I love the show.
I love what you guys are doing in the morning. It makes my day so much better.
KCNI, KBBN Radio.
Barney Health Mart in Broken Bow is excited to see you soon. The savings continue to fall this week. Fall decor is marked at 30% off, with plenty of time to find what you need to dress up your home to entertain at Thanksgiving. There is one more opportunity coming up this month to get your flu shot, November 28th from 9 until 5. Walk in only, and don't forget your insurance card. Plan accordingly. Barney Health Mart will be closed Saturday, November 25th. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
We have Millie on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to hear your voice. How you been?
Oh, for the age, I think I'm doing good,
Yeah, it's all kind of in, you have to put it into kind of real time, right? Right. So, Millie, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? You going to get together with some of the family?
I'm going to North Platte to see my new great-granddaughter.
Oh, nice.
Oh, man. That is going to be fun. You've not been able to hold her yet?
Oh, no. She was just born. Not too long ago.
Oh, fantastic. Well, here's Brent with the question.
Okay, Millie, President Kennedy developed an organization to give aid and manpower to desperate countries. Volunteers were required. What was the organization called? The International Aid Givers, the U.S. military, the Peace Corps, or Helping Hands?
Peace Corps.
Yes, of course, that was it. And because you've answered correctly, we have a certificate and a gift card that will get you a free 6-inch sub at Subway in Broken Bow. So come on out and see us when you can.
Thank you, guys.
Yep, and happy Thanksgiving to you.
You too, Dave.
Yep.
Tell Joan hi.
I will. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Long-time listener, long-time friend. It's one of the nice things about this business. You make a lot of friends along the way, Brent.
Yeah.
We will be having a conversation with our friends at Klang Financial today. Also on our guest list, Pearson Physical Therapy. And if we can catch up with Teresa, we'll have a conversation about Subway sandwiches and salads. So be sure and stay tuned for all of that on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. A group called Car Seat Headrest. The song is called Drunk Drivers. And with that thought in mind, I was talking over on KCNI earlier this morning. A lot of folks will probably be getting together this weekend for some early Thanksgiving, so the travel will be up. We still have quite a bit of traffic with trucks on the road hauling corn and winding down the harvest. We've got a lot of people just, getting that early holiday in and so forth. So we'll want to be really careful and watch out for one another all the way through now, through this coming weekend, through next week. People will be traveling, and Thanksgiving is kind of a funny holiday. It's one day unless you happen to get Friday off, so everybody's squeezing things in and maybe getting maybe Monday off, maybe Friday off, maybe not at all. And so it's a little bit more of a hurried holiday in some cases. I actually enjoy Thanksgiving because it is one day, and you get together and get together with family and friends, and it doesn't drag out quite as long as Christmas. Christmas can get a little long if you have lots of different family to go see, and maybe you have 2 or 3, 4 different Christmas gatherings. Some people love that. It gets a little long for some of us, but Thanksgiving is a fun holiday just to get together and spend at least one full day, maybe 2 days together. But there'll be a lot of travel out there. So
Yeah, there will be.
Actually, they do say, and I don't have the figures in front of me, I don't know that anybody's going to believe this, but folks, it doesn't matter anymore if it's fact or not. As I guess you know, you've got the artificial intelligence that can tell you anything, whether it's true or not. You've got people that don't seem to be worried about telling the truth anymore. So I can just go ahead and tell you that your Thanksgiving dinner will cost you just a little bit less this year than it did last.
Oh, really?
Which I think would surprise most
wow.
people.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by that.
Yeah, I think the main course...
Makes me nervous. I'm going to myself, man, how much did I spend on Thanksgiving dinner last year?
Well, I think the average that I saw this morning, and again, I'm not going to look it up, but I believe it's a little over $6 per person if you fix the traditional turkey dinner. And it's down just a little bit because, and I didn't realize this, turkey is down just slightly from what it was last year. So that's the ingredient that is helping you out there. So you might spend a little bit less on the turkey. I don't know that everything else is the same as it was last year, but I don't know. Turkey is good. Ham is good. Gravy is good. Mashed potatoes with butter and gravy is good.
It's all good.
Corn is good. Yeah, it's something to look forward to. Now, the question is, they always have pies at Thanksgiving. They have, pumpkin pies and pecan pies and all sorts of things like that. But I've found over the years, I'd rather go back and have another helping of mashed potatoes and gravy and just a little side of turkey or ham and just skip the dessert and eat another round of the main course.
That's what you use to fill in the cracks. Huh?
Yeah, what do you do?
Yeah.
You eat dessert?
No, I usually, if there's, I'm a cherry pie guy, and usually someone makes a cherry pie. And if there's cherry pie, that is what I would opt for to fill in the cracks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's really, let's be honest about it, there's no cracks to fill after you actually eat the main dish.
You can always find a crack or two that needs filled.
It'll be fun, and it's coming up quick. And again, be careful driving because there'll be a lot of traffic the next few days. Just amazes most of us when we're driving at noon or after 5 in our communities here in Broken Bow. I know that the population is about the same, or in some cases a little less than it was 10 years ago or 20 years ago. But there are more cars and pickups and rigs going, trucks, and it's crazy.
Absolutely.
Got to be careful out there and watch out for the other guy. Pedestrians as well. Be very careful.
Yes.
Highway 2 is somewhat worrisome to watch people try to get across Highway 2. It's a little dangerous.
Yeah.
Nobody stops unless the stoplight, and they actually have the right-of-way legally.
Yeah.
But it doesn't happen very often you see anybody stop. I like to stop if somebody's waiting to go to the crosswalk, but if there's something coming down the road behind me, then I don't want to do it because I'm afraid if I stop,
I hear
somebody will hit them from the other way,
Yeah.
So it's crazy out there, Brent. I don't know where they must be breeding cars. They must be like having litters of them out there.
Yeah, we're a society that is always on the move, it seems like.
Yeah. By ourselves most of the time.
Yeah.
We'll take a time out. When we come back, yes, ladies and gentlemen, it will be the Dave Davis Farmers National Report next.
Exciting news! Geared for Sports in Broken Bow now carries footwear from Merrill. To celebrate the new addition to their store, they are marked 15% off through Saturday. Now is the time to get started on your Christmas list while the selection is best. You don't have to go out of town to mark the sports enthusiast off your list. Open Monday to Friday 10 to 6 and Saturday from 10 to 4. We'll be open Sundays from Thanksgiving through Christmas. Geared for Sports in Broken Bow.
Delicious Mexican food has been served at Fiesta Brava for 10 years now. Time truly flies by when you're having fun, and Louise and the crew are looking forward to the years to come. Your friends at Fiesta Brava love serving the community and appreciate you for allowing them to bring their delicious Mexican dishes to your table. If you need a space to use for a holiday gathering, ask them about their party room. They can help cater your party too. 625 South 10th, Broken Bow, Fiesta Brava Mexican Restaurant celebrating 10 years.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
My day starts right.
With Dave and Brent.
Good morning, everyone. This is Jim and Kathy Eberly reporting for Dave Davis Auction Service and Farmers National Company. To start with Farmers National Company on the residential side, we do have a new listing at 515 Locke Street in Ansley. Everything's on one level. There's 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, so it's main floor laundry. Dining room's open to the kitchen and living room. Does have a back porch. There's new carpet. High impact shingles new in 2023. The garage is a detached garage for 1 car, but also has a hobby woodworking shop area attached to it. And this is located at 515 Locke Street in Ansley. Also in Ansley, at 903 Main Street, we have a 2-story home with lots of old-time charm, has beautiful woodwork throughout, parlor has open staircase, living room and formal dining space. Dining space has been used as a main floor bedroom. Patio doors provide lots of sunshine for the kitchen. It's got main floor laundry. Upstairs has 2nd bathroom and 3 bedrooms. All bedrooms have walk-in closets. The furnace and air conditioner are only 2 years old. It does have an attached double garage. There's also a smaller home that could be used as a rental or guest home. This home sits proudly on 6 lots. The current owner is only the 3rd owner of this property. Come see the charm at 903 Main Street in Ansley. In Broken Bow, we have a newer listing at 611 South 8th Avenue. Eat-in kitchen that is open to the living room. Appliances are staying with the home. Nice sized living room with exposed beams and open staircase. Main floor laundry, washer and dryer are staying. Upstairs has 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. And 2nd bathroom. Lots of new upgrades, including remodeled bathroom with new flooring, fresh interior paint, and lots of new windows. Privacy fence in the back and a chain link fence in the front. The shingles were new in 2023. Has a nice double garage with a workshop area at 611 South 8th Avenue. At 541 South G Street, this is a ranch-style home. Living room has large picture window, open dining and living space. Kitchen has lots of cabinets and counter space. Main floor has 1 bathroom and 2 bedrooms that have hardwood floors. Laundry room is also located on the main floor with extra storage. Lower level has a large family room, 3rd bedroom that's non-conforming, 2nd bathroom and storage. Geothermal, heat pump, underground sprinklers, attached single-car garage at 541 South G Street. At 1414 Memorial Drive, this is a beautiful tri-level home. Open floor plan with lots of sunshine. Kitchen has beautiful white silk quartz countertops and waterfall island and breakfast bar. Island and breakfast bar both have extra seating. Lots of cabinets, stainless steel appliances, well-ranged hood and sink. The range has a gas stovetop with electric oven. Main level has water-resistant flooring. 2nd floor has 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Bedrooms have wood flooring. Master bedroom has a master bathroom with ceramic tile shower, a soaker tub, and heated towel rack. Lower level has family room, 4th bedroom, laundry, and 3rd bathroom. Bathroom has neat Italian tile. This home has had major renovations, including electrical and plumbing. Breezeway connects the double garage, low-maintenance brick and LP Smart siding, large fenced-in backyard with neat privacy fence with 50-year warranty, lots of landscaping. There's a patio area, utility shed, and underground sprinklers. That's all located at 1414 Memorial Drive. At 438 and 442 South G Street, we have a duplex, has cute entryways, living room has a fireplace, kitchen has stainless steel appliances open to the dining area. Dining space is open to kitchen and living space with patio door going out to the backyard. Both units have the same floor plan with 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Master bedroom have master bathrooms. Laundry room is located off of the kitchen, coming in from the attached garage. Everything is on one level. Underground sprinklers, sits on a corner lot with fenced-in backyard and patio area on each side. The shingles were new in 2021. Now I'm going to let Jim tell you about some upcoming auctions.
First of all, this is with Farmers National Company. We're having a land auction over in Callaway, Nebraska, 159.36 plus or minus acres. The pivot was new in November of 2020, so 2021 was the first year it was used. It's close to feedlots and elevators and just off of a blacktop highway. Good property. It's like I said, it's not very far off of the blacktop. It's got an older Isuzu diesel power unit. Does have a submersible well there with a pump jack is the way they use that for grazing and stuff. Opal May Cool Testamentary Trust is who it's for. Again, that is on November 29th at 10 o'clock at the Callaway Community Center. It will have online bidding and live auction at the same time. So if you want to do one or the other, that works great with us. A next auction coming up will be December 12th at 1 o'clock. It's in the new Legion building over at Burwell. Richard and Thelma Picorni Estate. There's 319.64 plus or minus acres. It's got 52 acres of dry land on that. The rest of it is kind of hay ground and pasture, great hunting, and also good hard land grass. Got a submersible well with 2 water tanks. If you want information on either of these auctions, give me a call, 308-870-1785, or the office number is 308-872-6413. Talk to you next week, and thanks for listening.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. CBS News has learned of high-stakes negotiations between Israel and Hamas that could lead to the release of some women and children being held hostage in Gaza. CBS's Ed O'Keefe.
One constant has been prioritizing civilians, roughly 50 in particular, ahead of releasing any Israeli military members also held hostage, according to one of the sources familiar.
President Biden reporting back after his first face-to-face meeting with Chinese President Xi in a year.
We're reassuming military-to-military contacts, direct contacts. As a lot of you press know who follow this, that's been cut off, and it's been very worrisome. That's how accidents happen.
The Senate's averted a government shutdown tomorrow night, approving a plan to keep some government agencies funded into mid-January, others into February. Appropriations Committee Chair Patty Murray's not a fan.
I do not care for this idea of 2 funding deadlines and double the shutdown risk.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
In Nebraska news, despite the state legislature banning abortion after 12 weeks earlier this year, the fight for abortion rights is not over in Nebraska. The group, Protect Our Rights Nebraska, will officially launch their new campaign Thursday to get abortion access on the November 2024 ballot. On Wednesday, the group released the approved petition language. Article 1 of the Nebraska Constitution would be amended if passed. The new Section 31 would say all persons shall have a fundamental right to abortion until fetal viability or when needed to protect the life or health of the pregnant patient, without interference from the state or its political subdivisions. Fetal viability means the point in pregnancy when the professional judgment of the patient's treating healthcare practitioner that there is significant likelihood of the fetus sustain survival outside the uterus without the application of extraordinary medical measures.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
News from the NFL, where Cleveland Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson will have season-ending surgery to repair a fracture in his throwing shoulder. The Browns are going to start rookie Dorian Thompson-Robinson against the Steelers on Sunday. NBA games of note, battle of the top 2 teams in the East. The Celtics go into Philadelphia, beat the 76ers 117-107. 9-2 right now. Boston is tied with Denver for the top record in the NBA. The Suns down the Timberwolves 133-115. Kevin Durant and Devin Booker each 31 points for Phoenix in the win. Mavericks over the Wizards 130-117. Dallas improves to 9-3 on the season. Bucks without star Giannis Antetokounmpo still beat the Raptors 128-112. Milwaukee was led by Damian Lillard's 37 points and 13 assists. Kings over the Lakers in LA 125-110 despite a triple-double from LeBron James. NBA news, the league suspended Warriors forward Draymond Green for 5 games for his role in an altercation Tuesday night in Minnesota.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Mostly sunny early on today, then a slight chance for some rain showers with our high nearing 67. Westerly winds between 10 and 25 and gusting as high as 35. A slight chance for some rain early tonight, then partly cloudy with a low around 23. North winds between 5 and 20 and gusting as high as 35. Sunny and 56 throughout Friday, then clear skies over Friday night with a low around 29. A bit warmer into Saturday, sunny with our high nearing 63. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Kara Foster.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
8:07 is your time. It's 42 degrees outside under a cloudy sky. Winds are out of the south at 5 miles per hour. Barometric pressure's at 29.79, so that's now going back upwards. Had been falling. Humidity at 90%. High yesterday 67, overnight low of 35. Sunset today at 5:19, sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:29. The days are short. 23 hundredths precipitation measured so far this month. A little dry out there right now. Brent, we have our next guest in the studio. Andrew is here from Pearson's Physical Therapy. How you doing, Andrew?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. I wanted to ask you to do us a favor before you leave.
Okay.
I think there's some cake left in the other room. And a gal by the name of Lori dropped by some cake because Brent and I are beggars. And she's a good baker. And her daughter now works here. And so we have a connection, and we want to keep both Teresa, her daughter, happy and lightly beg to Lori.
There's nothing lightly about it.
I was going to say, I've heard you guys on the radio. You guys don't really...
I'm shameless. I'm not afraid to admit it.
Well, there's this cake in the back, and it's chocolate.
Uh-huh.
And I've tried it yesterday, and holy smokes.
I know.
I think she could market that. It's like, how would you describe it?
This is how I described it. You know the Hostess filled cupcakes with the filling in the middle?
Right.
It's that on steroids.
Oh, wow.
That is how I have described it.
Wow.
And it's cake.
That sounds good.
So
it's awesome.
If you want to try some before you go, please do. And then I know your wife up at Market Mullen, Anselmo, could put a cup of coffee with that. If you
There you go.
if you take that,
right.
Maybe you can swing by on your way back, take the piece of cake with you, and go up and have a coffee at the
on
market.
The way up there. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah. Sounds to me like more and more people are going to the Market Mullen, Anselmo. It's been kind of fun. I know it's been a lot of work.
It has been a bit of work. I mean, I help with the vision, but it's my wife's baby, and she puts in a ton of time and has a lot of effort there and a great staff too. I will say that she's, for as small as Anselmo is, they really have a good staff. And people ask me a lot that said, does she have trouble finding help? I'm like, she's got a pretty good staff there. You know, the locals there have really supported her well, and then it's, word of mouth, it's growing, and she's getting more and more people from the whole region that are wanting to come check it out because they've heard about it, and she keeps hearing great things. And then I hear about it. I'm here in Bow working with people, and I'll hear about it almost every day. Somebody will bring it up and ask about it, or say, hey, we stopped up there, we heard about it, and we really liked it. And so we're going to plan on going up on a regular basis. So it's cool. It's really neat to see what she started talking about. It's actually coming up on 2 years now. I think December is when December of 21 is when she took it over. So it's neat to see from where, her initial thoughts of where she wanted to go with it, how it's actually coming to fruition. And honestly, I think it's becoming more than what she even thought it would be. It's kind of taken off some tangents that she said, well, I think we can do this, and I think we can do that, and it's work, but I think it's exciting for them, and exciting for the community too. I think a lot of the and Selma's kind of interesting. We talked about this with the fire last spring, was that when you drive into and around Anselmo, there's not a ton there.
Right.
But when you see events and even at the store now, you realize the community around Anselmo is quite large, and there's a lot of ranchers and farmers and families all around there, and even the peripheral, down into Broken Bow here. So it's cool. It's cool to see that community relative to what the town is, how, and I think her store has kind of brought that out. You really see, everybody's like, gosh, I can't believe when we drive through town how many cars you see there, and you just didn't see that before, and people are making an effort to come there, and it's and with the coffee shop area, with the seating there, people can come and hang out for a while, and it becomes kind of a regular thing now to have that as an option for you.
Yeah, it's great. And by the way, the market's still there. You can shop for groceries while you're there as well. And it's great for a community the size of Anselmo to have a market. It would be lost without it. So the two together make it strong, and it's a great story. Now, I'm going to have you send the bill, Brent, to Becky. On this segment of the show.
On the market mill plug.
All right. Let me write that down.
Go ahead and put, Dear Becky, thanks for your help promoting the market mill in Anselmo.
And that probably what?
Probably 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Yeah, 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes of airtime. Got it.
About $300 worth.
Right,
go ahead.
I'll put that down on the sheet and turn that in.
I'm trying to help your family out, but I probably didn't help you out there.
You go, right? Yeah.
No, I think it's exciting, and we certainly wanted to highlight that because we were up there this summer and sat around during the fire benefit, and you guys invited us in, and it was fantastic to sit there and enjoy the company and the good coffee and look at all the things that are changing there. So
I think it's interesting too. So I'm not from the area. I'm from Superior, Nebraska, and coming out here, so where I grew up in Superior, you were in Superior, and then there was towns around, and you got to know a few people, from sports and stuff. But around here, there's much more of a regional community, I think, than there is just town and that town and our town and this town kind of thing. And you see that a lot where people who are Broken Bow and people who are in the surrounding towns, they commingle a lot more, I think, in this region than sometimes you do see in other parts of the state. So I think
that's true, and part of that's probably sports, where you talk to athletes and people and the fans and so forth. But Anselmo Myrna's been playing Ansley for 100 years, and that's just one example.
And then I think Broken Bow kind of serves as sort of the hub of the wheel, kind of a thing, because a lot of commerce gets done here, but it branches out. I think it goes both ways once you have things like this happen too. So
I think the cool thing is that we're not competing with one another from community to community. We're competing together to keep people in the county one way or the other.
I think that's a good way to put it. And that's, speaking of that, we're going on. But that's what my wife did before she did that, because she's got a social work background and sort of this community involvement emphasis, and that's what she was doing before she even did that. And that's part of why she wanted to do the store, was not just to be a grocery store owner. It was to sort of have this sense of like, let's maintain this and not let it slip away and be this sort of ghost town, kind of a thing. So
it'll be interesting to see what is up in the future. But anyway, now let's go to now go ahead and start the clock on
okay, now the Pearson Physical Therapy plug.
Well, it will be two
begins.
separate bills
All
on
right.
that.
Okay, gotcha.
No, have you been busy?
What time is it?
Oh, let's see. It's 8:15.
All right. Okay.
Mark that down. Yeah.
Okay. Then if they go over, we'll have to charge extra for that.
So much a second.
By the way, this will be the part, if my wife is listening, she'll flip it off. She's like, "Oh, you're going to talk about physical therapy now?" Oh, okay.
Isn't that the truth? I mean, we talk so much at home about one another's occupations that she probably knows what's going on.
Right.
Yeah.
It's anymore. It's how's the day? I'm like, good. It's a good day. Okay.
All right. No more than that.
Leave it at
that. You do a lot of things there that help people out. I think that's another satisfying part about what you do.
It is, yeah. I think, I look at kind of the gamut of what all we do with up there and the family and with the community, but I get a big kick at still coming here and doing what I do. And, I think about that every day, how the interactions you have of helping people, we do a lot of the same stuff. It's just like any job, you have some repetition and you have some things that you're just going to have to plug through every day. But the cool thing about physical therapy is you're dealing with individual after individual. And even though some of the cases are going to be similar, everybody is their own individual and has their own things that they're wanting to get better at or wanting to be able to do that they can't do right now because of a surgery or an injury or chronic pain or whatever it is. And so that's the fun part, is sort of working that case with them, not just saying, here's some stuff to do, go do it, kind of a thing, and here's, if you do this, you'll be good. Because it's not as effective, and it's not as much, not as much quality to it, I guess.
Right.
And then when you have this effect of having more of a teamwork effect or relationship, it helps it grow more, and it helps it to, take on something more than just the basics of what I could have looked up on Google, kind of a thing, and we can tweak it this way and that way, and we can find out what the differences of your case are versus somebody else's case that might have an arthritic knee, And so that's very satisfying and been still very rewarding after, many years of seeing people with a lot of the same conditions. So,
can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sometimes I think, from just viewing from the outside in, with family that have been at your clinic, that sometimes you think it's going to be more complicated than it is. Do you sometimes have to explain to people, listen, if you just do this exercise every day for whatever time it is, it eventually will take care of itself. Yeah. And I just wonder, sometimes you'd have to reinforce that.
Yeah. I think that's probably one of the hardest things is that physical therapy is a process. And I probably have this conversation every day to some degree of, I wish I could just do this one thing that would just take it all away, But usually the things that we deal with have been a process that's been in the works for a while, or it's an injury or a surgery that we know is just going to take a while for the body to recover from, and it's going to be weeks and weeks, if not months and months of working that process and sticking with it, kind of a thing. But yeah, that's definitely a topic that comes up a lot, and that's part of the education process and part of, I think some people initially kind of have this sigh of frustration, like, this is the mountain I have to climb here,
Yeah.
And we're like, and so then you kind of just try to make that as enjoyable of a journey as you can. Somebody just made that comment yesterday. We were in a room working with somebody, and she's like, I can't believe how much I hear laughter here all the time. People are just having such a good time. She's thinking it's just ironic because people are here because they're not having a good time with their life, Well,
they're
having pain
bit,
or they're having whatever. And so I said, I think every PT clinic is that way, because what's the other option is not a good option, to sort of just like really get cynical and negative about like, oh, this is just such a terrible time for you. And, really you have to only go the other way. It's like, you're here because we're trying to make progress. We're trying to get you back. So it's a positive thing, because you get some people who come in and they're like, well, I'm back and I really don't want to be here, and I get that.
Sure.
But at the same time, you have people who say, I'm happy I'm here because I know I'm going to get better. I know this is a stepping stone for me to get where I want to be because of whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think the mental side of it is not all of it, but a big portion of it. If you decide you're not going to get any better and you lose your enthusiasm, you're not going to get better.
Yeah. It's and that's where that teamwork thing comes in there too, where some of those sessions are physical therapy, but you're there like on an emotional level and for sort of the confidence and trying to get people. And sometimes people have had so many layers of the negative medical world and all these, these spondylolisthesis and disc herniations and arthritis and whatever, all these different terrible sounding,
words,
prognosis or diagnoses.
Yeah.
And so, and they just feel like they're just embedded in those things. And so this idea of pulling you out of the deep rut that all of that makes you feel like you can't get out of it. And that's part of, we talk about arthritis, is that some of that you can't change, but there are there are margins and windows there where if you can get within that sort of green zone, I call it, where you can function and you can feel good. You may not have fixed everything, but you're getting by fairly well, and you're in a place where you can do the things you want to do and have a better quality of life, even though even some of those things that, you know, just aren't fixable or they're beyond physical therapy, you can at least try to get to that point. And so that's a process, and that's that education again. And a lot of times if it goes well, there's this realization that, you know, like, yeah, you didn't fix me completely, but there's so much better than I was, kind of thing. So.
And if you get to that point where you can't fix an arthritic knee, then there's talking about replacements and shoulders and all those sorts of things, which you guys are also a part of.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that's another key part of what physical therapists do, is that we're kind of in the middle of a lot of it. Sometimes we can serve as the primary person who's going to help the person. And then sometimes you're seeing the situation and saying, you know, this is what we can do, but honestly, that's funny you brought that up, because hip replacements are one where, you know, we can help a little bit, but if I can tell that joint is really gone, then I'm almost like, you know what, I think you really need to go see a surgeon and have them evaluate you, because I can tell there's really only going to be so much we can do here, you know.
Sure.
So trying to have that perspective of you know what, this is what we can do. If you really don't want to go see a surgeon, then this is what we can do, but you know, this is probably the next step, is you need to go here. Or sometimes if people are having other things where we think, hey, I think you need to go see a vestibular or an ENT specialist because you're having balance and unsteadiness issues, and you know, you start to bring in the bigger medical community for some of those cases where we can see it's more than physical therapy.
All right. Where are we? Are we okay on the charge on that?
We're way over 5 minutes, but that's all right. I'm making marks. Yeah, so it's okay. Just keep going.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, Dave.
I was gonna say, don't stop now, Bernie.
If you wanted to put everybody in the clock, you have a wonderful way of just continuing to suck it out of people.
Well, and we have. I'd be sucking some more out, but we have more guests in the studio.
I know, they're backing up, right?
Yeah, we're going to suck some more out of our next guest, shall we? No, Pearson Physical Therapy, West Highway 2, there to help you. You have opportunities to come in and stop by and visit about some of the issues you might have. You have clinics, often walking clinics and different things. Always ready to go. Thanks, Andrew.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it.
Have a good day.
We'll take a time out. More guests coming in.
Do you have a laundry list of projects to do around your home? Refresh your space by completing that list of home improvement projects with the help of a HELOC from Bruning Bank. If an updated look is not enough and you're ready to buy a new home, we can help with that too. Navigating a home purchase can be confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let our friendly, experienced staff guide you to owning the home of your dreams. You can apply in person, online at bruningbank.com, or give us a call at 308-872-2757 to get started. Bruning Bank, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 473773, member FDIC.
Thanksgiving savings are at Gary's Superfoods until Thanksgiving and after, through the 28th. 8-inch Jessie Lord pumpkin pies are $4.39 each, and Our Family half ham shank portions are $1.99 a pound. 85% lean ground beef is $3.99 a pound. 10-pound bags of Idaho Russet or North Dakota Red or Our Family potatoes are $3.99. Campbell's cream of mushroom or chicken soups are $1.09. And Nabisco Ritz or snack crackers are 2 for $7. Gary's Superfoods, South B Street in Broken Bow.
This is John Farley with Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers. And here we understand your land represents a lifetime of hard work and the decision to sell does not come lightly. I'd be happy to provide a free, no obligation opinion of value to assist in your estate planning. Inventory is very low at the moment, so now may be the best time to get the highest dollar for your lifetime of land stewardship and sweat equity. Whatever your goal is, I'm here to help. Call me, John Farley, or check us out at LashleyLand.com.
Poinsettia time is almost here, which means right now is the time to order yours with The Secret Garden. Proceeds go to the Anselmo Myrna PTO. Go to The Secret Garden and tackle your Christmas shopping. They're open November 24th through December 24th daily. So bring your list and start checking names off with great gifts. This week, open Friday 11:30 to 4:30 and Saturday 8:30 to 4:30. 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north. The Secret Garden.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN Radio.
It is 8:26.
Yeah.
Time is getting away from me here with all this wonderful interviewing we're doing this morning.
Yeah. Are you starting the clock now on the next guest?
Yeah,
or
let's...
I'm just trying. Okay, 8:26.
Yeah.
You said. Okay.
Well, no, actually, you know what? I can start the timer over here.
Well,
I have a
yeah,
timer.
there you go.
Let me just start that.
Yeah.
I'll start my timer.
Okay.
Now there's a good idea.
Yeah.
You got yours going?
Keeping Dave accountable. Yeah, I like that.
Well, I hope our timers match because I got mine going.
Okay.
And let's see here. You guys are on for 15 minutes. So any time we get past 15 minutes, then we charge them double.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that wasn't the fine print, wasn't it?
I think that was in bold.
It wasn't bold.
It was the bold print.
Yeah. Can't miss it.
This is the way we handle our finances as we get ready to talk to Kling Financial.
Exactly.
Yes, in business, some businesses, which I've followed their model.
Oh man! And created his own model.
If you are, your profit margin is shrinking, then you just do things like this and charge a little more.
Yeah.
Or just have you stay a little longer and then charge you for it.
You got to adapt.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Overcome.
I'm adapting.
I'm adapting. It's like a chameleon over there.
You go. Well, find out what does work, what doesn't, and move forward. So.
Okay.
Well, your last guest. I try to keep your last guest to stay here a little bit longer because my hip has kind of been hurting me lately, and I thought, well, maybe he could. You should have a clinic here or something where all your guests can kind of
help one another.
Yeah,
it's not a bad idea.
Something.
Not a bad idea.
Dave and I tried that just personally, and it worked like once, and then they kind of like, if you want us to help you, you'll have to set up an appointment.
Have you met Dr. Jacobson with the Click Family Healthcare?
Yes.
I'm sure you probably have.
Mm-hmm.
First time I tried it, he kind of gave me some advice.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to get a little free doctor's advice. Give me a little advice. The second time, he was very quick and described some sort of procedure he was going to do on me that was not very much fun. So that ended that.
Well, speaking of advice, we rolled up to the radio station. I found this golf ball on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You may want to get some good insurance.
Yes,
these could go right through a window.
We get sprinkled from both directions.
Yeah, I don't know who's hitting these drives out there, but
some of those guys. Some of those guys that are and gals probably at the driving range. I find golf balls that they've hit from clear down there under the carport.
Yeah.
And then from the other side, they're trying to hit the green here, and it shanks off to the right. And usually when I mow, I'll find 2 or 3 in the ditch over there.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're in danger all the time here, guys.
Gotta be careful.
It's a brick building, though.
Yeah, but we live in a glass house. We have windows here. So, busy time. Steph, let's start with you.
We're already up to 5 minutes, by the way.
Oh,
Just
that's
wanted
fabulous.
to let you know.
We better
And it was just
cut to the chase.
Just
we have
idle
one of those
chatter.
speed readers we can use. Get all the information in here.
Idle chatter, but we're at 5. All right.
Yeah. I believe in rabbit trails. I just want you to know that.
Oh, you guys are good sports.
I do. It's great.
So how
It's
are you
great to
holding
be
up?
here.
I know you're busy this window with all of the Medicare and Part Z and X and YZ. How you doing?
Yeah. Good, actually. I was talking to your front office about this, and she's like, it's busy for you, Steph. And I said, it is, but the fun part is that it's all like Thanksgiving. All your family comes in, and you start talking, and you get to see everybody. And I guess for us, it isn't really stressful. I don't know how to explain it. It's more just a time of getting to see everybody.
Yeah,
and I think what helps with that is that we have really good staff, and we have people that have huge hearts in our office, and it's just pretty laid back. So yeah, it's been fun, and it's been fun talking about all the new plans coming out, because this Medicare is just blowing up with all kinds of creative ideas to And when I say creative, I mean creative. Ideas.
Do you say that in a good way? Or it's kind of depends?
There are some of the meetings I have to just, because I know the people pretty well, you know, they've been with me for years, and I have to pause and think about how I'm going to say this without, you know, abrupt laughter, because I think the concepts are good. They, you know, some of these plans really want people to get outside and get moving and get active. And they really think that mental health is important. So socialization activities, they're starting to pay for golfing fees and bowling and a new pair of tennis shoes. So some of those things are just fun to talk about. But at the same time, I'm like, you know, you can buy a camping tent next year. And they're like, what? And I'm like, I don't know who, like James doesn't even want to sleep in a camping tent. I don't know who over the 65 wants to
That's true.
sleep in a camping tent. But
glamping is the
But we get
closest
the concept of, I think some of these companies are understanding that if we promote you getting a little healthier physically and mentally, then maybe that will help overall your health. So
keep their costs down.
Keep their costs down. Yeah, and a lot of the preventative stuff I'm seeing them cover more of it, I guess, because if you go in, say, for a colonoscopy, because that's, you know, you're preventative and it's going to be paid for through Medicare, when it becomes diagnostic, then you have an out-of-pocket cost. So in other words, they find something and now they got to find out why, you know, you had a polyp or whatever. Then you have to pay for that. It's not preventative anymore. So they're starting to cover things like that because I think they want people to truly not get upset about the out-of-pocket costs that could happen, and then you'll go in and do it. It's like, oh, I know no matter what, even if they find something, this is going to be covered. So a lot of good things, I guess, and a lot of fun things.
Steph, how many people, well, let me change that question.
1 million. That's my answer.
Thank you. By the way, that procedure you just mentioned was the one that the doctor was threatening me with. Anyway.
Well, he probably has a good reason.
Oh, here she goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it,
Dr.
James.
Jacobson is.
Oh my gosh.
He knows what he's talking
Do
about.
we have another show we can add on? Let's just add another show.
Okay. All right. How many people out there do you think are still going, I'm not going to go see anybody about my plan. I'm just going to leave it the same. Is that a big mistake?
Sometimes, you know, obviously I've seen a lot of people now are a little over halfway through with open enrollment, and there are some situations I was like, wow, if you didn't come in, you'd pay, you know, over $1,000 more next year. Or there are other situations I'm like, you really didn't need to do anything. Thanks for coming in and updating me about your life, and see you next year, you know. So it's hard to predict that. I'd say probably more so people with a larger medication list that maybe they aren't generic look into it. But plans change every year and contracts change. Pharmacies, contracts change. So the pharmacies in town are very different as to which companies they cover. So I'd be really smart about checking into that, just making sure that your pharmacy's covering what you need next year.
And one more question. Personal experience. Take a pill that is, for some reason, gigantically expensive. Okay? So that one we don't have in the plan, because if you just pay for it, it's way less money. Now, I'm glad that we figured that out, but it makes me very angry to think, I'll just tell you, the pill bottle would have cost $471. Honest.
Okay.
If I don't have it on the plan and I just pay for it, it's $71. Now, somebody along the line is making a whole bunch of money if you use the insurance.
Right.
What's going on with that?
There are a few instances that happens, but what I usually suggest is that all of these companies, if you're willing to work with your doctor, will consider your drug that you're taking that isn't on the formulary, is what they call it. They have a formulary. And if it isn't on the formulary, you can ask your doctor to make an exception based on your needs. So if it's a medical necessity that you're taking it, a lot of people can't take generics, Dave. They just can't. They don't work with their body. They don't metabolize them well. And so they're looking at, this is the only thing I can take, and I need to take it. And this is what I need, and so it needs to be covered. And I said, why don't you go to your doctor and just ask them to write a letter to the company for that exception. Happens all the time that they approve it, even if it's not on the formulary.
Well, this one.
And here's the reason why. Let's back up a little bit. You want to get it on the formulary because when that happens, then you meet your deductible, and then it starts getting a little cheaper. For you. So there's some good advice.
Well, I'm thankful for your advice. I'm also thankful for the pharmacy who works with you on that.
Right.
You know, that's
absolutely.
huge to have local pharmacies that will kind of watch out for you.
Yeah.
So.
And I hear that all the time in my office. That's what's fun is promoting the local pharmacies because they do a good job all the way around. You know, this community cares for people like no other.
Yeah.
They really do. And it's fun to be a part of that. And it's fun to hear stories about the doctors up here and how well they're doing. And people really appreciate the DOs. I know Lindau is pretty new, but he's kind of a wholesome. What does a DO stand for, James? James's brother's a DO in Greeley, Colorado. So
Doctor of Osteopathy.
There we go.
Really?
So really treats like your whole person and not maybe
holistic.
Yeah.
He's a little outside the box a bit.
Right. And Lindstrom is also a DO.
Yeah. Well, that's
So-
good because you get a lot of options that way.
You do have a lot of options. So we hear great things about Jacobson in there and about Minnick and Kank and Lindau. So it's just fun to be able to work in a community where you can encourage people to continue to be open with their doctor because some people get in there and they don't want to talk about what's going on or talk about maybe a generic that might work if it's really expensive. But
Well, I'll just tell you right now, Steph, I can't not take this pill. I don't think they have a generic for it yet.
Eliquis?
I can't say. I don't know how to read those big words. But if I quit taking that particular pill, I'll lose all my muscle mass because it's a muscle builder. And as you can see, it's really bulking me up.
Yeah.
Dave's had to buy new shirts.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're just so tight in the
Yes,
I do too. I
have you been hanging out
in the
at the
arms.
gym? Have you seen our son Gaiden there? He likes to go to the.
Oh, with these pills, you don't have to go to the gym.
Oh, you just take the pill and it. Wow, no, that's nice.
Take the pill.
Everybody's coming to the doctor for those, I bet. It's nice.
Steph, that's a good round umbrella of what you're doing. Talking with people about specific. Everybody comes in, I bet, with a little bit different situation.
They do.
Yeah.
Yep, they do. And we've talked about, like I said before, there's extra help out there through Social Security if you can't afford your medications, and what does that look like, and how do you qualify? And so it's not just, one thing that we talk about. It's really the entire situation, and that's what's different is like we talk about what is your whole situation going on here, and it may be financially too. And so how do we help you best with what you need? Yeah.
I guess you might think of us as the DOs of the financial world.
There
We
you
take
go.
a holistic approach to helping people with their finances.
With lots of options.
Not sure that's what they call it, James.
It's
We'll
whatever.
accept that here on the Breakfast Show, won't we?
Yeah.
Brent? Yeah.
A DO.
DO financial.
Especially if it lengthens out our conversation a
Oh,
little bit.
yeah.
So that
I
we
think-
can
Go in depth.
I think the
about
time's
that.
up.
Well, no. 2 more minutes, and you're going into hyperdrive here.
Okay. Well, I need a speed read my portion, I guess.
Yes, you have 1.5 minutes, James.
This is our version of a holistic, thing. This is the way we do it here at radio.
All right. Well,
let's take the time we need, and I'll work with you on the cause.
There you go.
Good.
I'd like to know
Payment plan.
what you're working on right now.
Oh, gosh, I'm working. There's lots of things. The market is volatile.
It is, isn't it?
That's nothing new, right? But we have been helping a lot of people with fixed investments that are maybe in retirement, that are not comfortable with the volatility and what direction our economy is going, or at least in the short term. So we've been helping a lot of clients with fixed investments and getting them something that's safe, that doesn't have volatility, but still has a really good, decent rate of return in the short term. So we've been looking at that, and those rates are constantly changing too. So we tell our clients, if you have money sitting on the sideline that you don't necessarily need, that's not earning a rate of return that you're happy with, come talk to us. We have lots of resources out there to find something that fits what you need, whether it's 12 months or 12 years or whatever it might be. We can help you with that.
I can understand, if someone's like more my age and you're looking at that roller coaster you're on, you're thinking maybe I should get into something more stable because I don't want to take a chance of, at this point, of what the nest egg you've built deteriorating, right? Then there's also maybe somebody, in their 50s who are going 40s or 50s going, I think I'll be all right long term. That's usually the way you want to look at it, but I'm real uncomfortable with it. If I make that switch to something more stable, then later on, how difficult it is to go back to the market, the stock market and so forth. Can you go back and forth very easily?
Yeah, for sure. And that's a conversation we have with our clients, depending on what stage they're in, is the fundamentals of investing. So I coach them through that. So depending on what their age is, what they want to accomplish, have they started already a retirement plan? Do they have a nest egg built up, or do they not have anything? And that doesn't really matter to the point that you have to start somewhere, and wherever you are, you need to know where you are. So we help them figure out where they're at and where they want to go, and we can develop a plan from there. But yeah, we can always move back and forth depending on what you want to accomplish. But I also stick with the fundamentals. And sometimes the fundamentals tell us you don't want to chase the market either. So in your goals, short-term, long-term, whatever they may be, we have those conversations and sort it out. And then I typically lay everything out in front of you, kind of like Steph does with health insurance. Here's your options. Here's my recommendations, but this is your money. You tell me what you want to do with it. And most people, they're there in front of us because they want some advice, and so that's why people come to us. So, but right now, a lot of, depending on where you're at, the market can be a good thing or a bad thing. So we have those discussions.
Yeah, and sit down and talk about it, and maybe decide, well, we're just going to stick it out long term, or I'm just not comfortable. I want to go with the higher interest rates. There's some return on some things that weren't there before. That's good.
Yeah.
That you didn't have before when the interest rates were so low.
Well, we have a new opportunity that just came out a couple of years ago that in one account you can have the availability of something that's completely safe, guaranteed not to lose any money, and guarantees in writing. They're in the bold print on these contracts.
That's unusual.
There are guarantees on them, but in the same contract you can also put money in the market and move it back and forth. And that's kind of nice, because not all contracts have that. Even bond portfolios, which are typically more safe, what happened to those last year? They lost on average 10-12%.
Yeah, because it's weird because the interest rates went up and they went down, right?
Yeah, there is a inverse reaction a lot of times, but that was a major inverse reaction.
Yes, it was.
And that doesn't always happen when equities and bonds are both down the same year like that. That was a pretty big deal. So even those aren't safe.
Well, that's why you have those conversations about your health and about your wealth and happiness in the world, right? I think that's one thing you guys get across, is that you want people to be happy and have these things not interfere with their happiness. Yeah.
What is that song, that country song? There's a difference between living and living well.
George Strait.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, in my office, it's usually just living, but I can hear from all the laughter and Steph's. She's living
Yeah,
well.
but the
I'm still
thing is,
trying
we
to figure
typically aren't talking about Medicare.
It's
usually
talk about
something
other
else.
things.
So then it's kind of like you're on the breakfast show. You don't.
It's true.
Yes, you don't talk business
Yeah.
the whole time.
I still got to figure this out. I'm trying to learn her secrets. I have my ear
I'll
up
never
next to
tell.
the wall,
I'll never tell.
trying to figure out what's
Yeah.
going on over there.
Well, and the other thing is kind of funny, you get together maybe once a year or twice a year, but the people that come in and out, like for different appointments, are like, I haven't seen you in 2 years, and then they get to talking. So that's like, just makes your heart happy too. I'm like, that's so fun just
kinda
to
like-
see connections.
Yeah,
and
it's kind of like going to the
everybody.
grocery store. Then.
It's
You
true.
You get to see
True.
people you haven't seen for a while.
Yeah.
Or if you go on a particular day, you see them on a regular basis. But
Mhm.
I know you have a lot of fun there. You've got a great staff, as you mentioned, and that
do.
makes everything on your end much easier.
Definitely
It
helps.
does.
Yeah.
We're very appreciative of those people.
All right. So real quick, let me see here. Yeah, 20.
How can
Let
we
me think.
extend this out?
How's things on the farm out there?
Oh, great. Yeah.
They really are.
You
Our
like-
chickens are laying all kinds of colorful eggs.
Oh, you've been feeding them the colored feed?
Yeah, Evans feed, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, write that down send that to Mike.
Oh, you got
Evans
to bill them
feed.
now. Yeah.
It has the
Yeah,
best
we can
chicken
help with
feed.
that.
I
I
guess.
mean-
They're happy chickens.
Yeah.
I can
Why-
send you pictures.
Why don't you just name off some other businesses that you have had contact with here in the last
gosh.
week?
Are you
Let me write
serious?
those
Because
down.
that would be just about every one of them in town. James and I love going to in-town businesses. And
And we love charging them too. So
Yeah.
Well, just send us Mike's bill. I mean,
Okay.
We'll take care of that one
for
him.
sure.
Our son Guyden works there, so
He does.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Oh, good.
Boy, what a great education.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
He loves it.
It's a great place to have a young person work and experience manual labor and keeping track
Well,
of
and they're
things.
encouraging there. You
Yeah.
know, Guyden's kind of quiet, and so they're encouraging and making him kind of come out of his shell a little bit, which is good.
Yeah.
It's his senior year, so.
Oh, he's a senior.
Yep.
Wow. Gosh.
And bulky like you, Dave.
Well,
Been working out.
bulking up.
Well,
Sure, lifting
I don't
those
suppose he has
weights.
to take those pills yet. Yeah, it comes later in life.
The bulk pills.
The bulk pills.
What
Big
kind of
bulk-
bottle do they come in? I've seen some big bottles in my office, but that's.
Oh, they're just
that-
a regular. There's just about like
That's not
that.
a regular bottle.
It's not.
That's bigger than normal.
Well, maybe that's why they're $470. I don't know. Oh, you guys are fun. Clang Financial, located right downtown across from Nebraska State Bank, right in the business area there, right down from Juanito's, which is kind of handy too.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
Juanito's is great.
Yeah. Write all these businesses down.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Nebraska State Bank,
Yeah,
Juanitos. Gotcha.
Man, you guys are racking
All
up.
right.
Man.
You are racking
Well,
it
that's
up.
one way to, if fins are short.
Yeah. Well,
These-
we're leveling the market here. That's what we're
That's
doing.
great. Good for you guys. Thinking outside the box. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah. We have to.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you very much. Always good to see you. Got a little music from Kebmo. Good to be home again. Carefully. I know it's a ways off yet, but a lot of people will be doing some things this weekend, as we mentioned. Steve says, good morning. Hope you have a great day. Thank you, Steve. And Lori, yes, we love your cake. Oh, do we love your cake?
Oh, yeah. Delicious. Has this cream filling in between it that is unbelievable.
Yeah. Delicious. Wonder if there's any left. It would go really good with a cup of coffee this morning.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nebraska Land Hearing Center in Broken Bow, Nebraska, serving Custer County. Roxanne is a board-certified hearing instrument specialist with over 35 years of experience right here in Custer County and Broken Bow, located in the Chamber Building on the east side of the square, right across from the bandstand. And she is offering local discounts. Most often, ask her about the discounts she offers to new patients. And she has things that she'll pass along to you, even sometimes chamber bucks with the purchase. It changes up a little bit, but the main thing is always dependable service right here in Broken Bow. Free hearing evaluation, free office calls, free extended warranties on new hearing aids, extended discounts for buying local. No need to travel to Lincoln or Omaha, Denver, any place like that, just not needed. Roxanne is certified, been doing this for many, many years. Call her at 308-384-3852 and make an appointment. Give her a call, 308-384-3852.
Today marks the third Thursday of November, and every third Thursday of the month, they always do something special at Rustic and Red in Cozad. It's called their Sip and Shop, and as you can imagine, today it will be a Thanksgiving-themed Sip and Shop. They're open from 10 until 7. They'll have some specials running all day, and then the sipping will start at 4 o'clock today. Amy Hayner will be singing in the loft area tonight from 5 until 7 as a special treat, so come on out and enjoy that. Some of the sales that they have going on today, 20% off ladies' apparel, accessories, and purses. Taking 25% off any candle. Now, it does say it even includes Flame Illusion, it says. And they're taking 50% off some of their fall items. Now, some exclusions will apply, but some great sales going on today for their third Thursday Sip and Shop celebration at Rustic and Red in Cozad. They say, come let them show their gratitude for you, their customers, with fun drinks and fellowship today. Sales and a chance to register for their door prize will run all day. Everyone gets a valuable coupon to use on their next visit as well. So enjoy Sip and Shop today at Rustic and Red in Cozad. They'll be open from 10 until 7. The sipping will start at 4.
What was that called? Flaming?
It says including 25% off any candle, and in parentheses, it says including Flame Illusion.
Oh, I see. Flame Illusion. So it looks like a real candle, but you don't have the danger of, fire spreading.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Yeah.
Yes, but they're pretty cool.
Sounds like it.
They're pretty cool. The store is really great. They're wonderful people there.
One of the best smelling stores you'll ever walk into.
It really is.
I'm serious.
And best looking stores too.
Absolutely.
All right. We like to sing as human beings. Sometimes we sing together. Sometimes we sing in front of people when we can actually sing. Sometimes we sing in the shower or the car when we're by ourselves. And sometimes we just like to listen to people sing. That's why Thunder Karaoke is so popular. And it's coming to Sylvester's tomorrow night, Friday night, from 9 until 1. And they'll have all the music that you can imagine. They have a catalog that can bring up just about any song you want to sing as a solo artist or as a group, trio, it doesn't matter. Go have some fun with Thunder Karaoke from 9 until 1 this Friday night at Sylvester's in Broken Bow. And then on Saturday, go cheer the Huskers to bowl eligibility. Kickoff is at 6:30 with the first and third quarter happy hours and free munchies. They always have good munchies at Sylvester's. Go sing and cheer with good company at Sylvester's, East Highway 2 in Broken Bow this weekend.
Here's a job opportunity being posted right now on sandhillsexpress.com. Go to the employment page, and you will see a listing for an early childhood center assistant through Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership. Looking for an individual to work as a center assistant in their Ord, Burwell, and Broken Bow locations. This is a full-time position, 40-hour per week position with starting wage at $14 per hour. Some really good benefits, which include health, dental, life, and vision insurance, employee assistance program, flexible 4-day working schedule, and employer-matched retirement. Some of the duties would include assisting where needed in the classroom depending on location, helping the teacher and staff with activities, documenting and cleaning. Company car and gas is provided. If you'd like more information, contact CNCAP at 308-745-0780. The extension is 105. Or you can apply online by going to centralnebraskacap.com.
We had a staff meeting yesterday. Everything was running along smoothly. There were no problems. Everybody was kind of mellow and nice, and we got a lot of things discussed. Jeremy ran a great meeting. And then along comes Christy. And Christy says, we need some new garments, some new clothing with our logos on them. Mm. They don't ever, that's brought up in a meeting atmosphere, not on a one-to-one basis. So then they put Dave on the spot. Mm. And Jeremy, has to kind of be the go-between. So
I kind of feel for Jeremy sometimes. Sometimes he does get put in the in-between position.
Yeah.
That's never a comfortable place to be.
Because you know how much Jeremy likes logos and art and graphics. That's his deal. He's very good at it. So, of course, he would like to have some new garments with some new logo designs and different things on our clothing when we go out as a representative of KCNI, KBBN. So, this was brought up, Circle V Stitch and Post. They've done workforce in the past and probably will be doing workforce in the future because Velma's been at this for a long, long time. She has a lot of merchandise in stock. She has many catalogs you can order garments from, hoodies, hats, shirts, the whole works. Anything you want to put your logo on, she can do it for the most part, and it's just pops out a little bit when it's sewn in. And she's very, very good at it, and she is ready to help you out with letter jackets and all sorts of things for your school, your business, your sports team. And she also has a lot of great gifts for holidays. And Velma carries cowhide that you can put your brand on, including cowhide replacements, coasters, table runners, area rugs, unique quality, and a variety of items. And Western items include beautiful glassware, in-stock pitchers, cups, and other glassware, perfect for creating your Western look and making wonderful gifts. Call her at 308-872-6173, 308-872-6173, and she is located on 43920 Paulson Road on the north edge of Broken Bow, Nebraska. We're just out of time, Brent.
Okay.
We like to stay on time here on The Breakfast Show.
Yes. Yeah, timing is everything.
So we'll take a news break.
Okay.
And we'll come back, and then you can read that live read you have there.
I will do that.
Okay, that's going to happen after this.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. CBS News has learned of a possible deal between Israel and Hamas that could free some of the hostages in Gaza. In exchange, some Palestinian women and children would be freed from Israeli prisons. Former U.S. Ambassador to Israel, Daniel Kurtzer.
There's a groundswell of support in Israel for trading prisoners for hostages, and the government will have to take that into account.
A foreign ministry spokesman in China weighs in after President Biden answered a reporter's question asking if Xi Jinping is a dictator.
Well, look, he is.
The Chinese spokesman calls the comment extremely wrong and irresponsible. The mother of the Virginia boy who shot his teacher has been sentenced to 21 months in prison for using marijuana while she owned a gun. Her attorney, Jean Rossi.
She is incredibly remorseful. She's filled with guilt. And at no time did she intend or foresee the consequences of what she did.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles,
Here's Monsi Bolaños.
In Major League Baseball, it is official. According to USA Today, the Oakland Athletics are moving to Las Vegas after a unanimous approval by MLB owners. In the NBA on Wednesday night, Devin Booker returned to action for the Phoenix Suns.
Guarded by McDaniels, gets a screen from Gordon, and works his way over to the right side. Still on the drive, goes to the rim, got the roll, got knocked down, is still down underneath the basket. But count the basket and the foul for Book, who gets helped up by KD and will head to the line.
Suns radio network on the call. Booker missed the last 5 games with a strained calf, and he ended with 31 points and 5 assists as Phoenix beat the Minnesota Timberwolves 133-115, snapping the Timberwolves' 7-game winning streak. And on the ice, the Canucks beat the Islanders in overtime 4-3.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Mostly sunny early on today, then a slight chance for some rain showers with our high nearing 67. Westerly winds between 10 and 25 and gusting as high as 35. A slight chance for some rain early tonight, then partly cloudy with a low around 23. North winds between 5 and 20 and gusting as high as 35. Sunny and 56 throughout Friday, then clear skies over Friday night with a low around 29. A bit warmer into Saturday, sunny with our high nearing 63. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Kara Foster.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Okay, we got it. Oh, sorry. Sometimes they do that. It kind of drives you a little crazy, doesn't it?
A little bit, yes. I would agree with you.
44 degrees under a cloudy sky here at Broken Bow. Winds out of the south, 5 to 10. Got a little chance of some moisture the next day or so, 20%, 30%. We could use a little bit of wet down, but we'll see. Now, here is my neighbor, my good friend, my co-host, and brother and son all in one, Brent Apperson, with our next live read on The Breakfast Show.
Oh, that's so kind of you to say.
Well, thank you.
You almost said that like you meant most of it. So thanks.
Oh, I do.
Here's another job opportunity for you. Again, you'll find these on sandhillsexpress.com. Just go to the employment page. Nebraska Department of Transportation has an exceptional opportunity for a highway maintenance worker to join their team in Broken Bow. At the Nebraska Department of Transportation, they reward employees' hard work with a friendly and supportive work environment that encourages creativity and innovation. They provide training and career development, advancement opportunities, ample paid time off, work-life balance, and a comprehensive benefits package. To apply, you need to go online. So go to statejobs.nebraska.gov. because an online state application must be completed. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity, veterans preference employer.
Thank you, Brent. Thank you very much. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on your locally owned, homegrown radio station, KCNI, KBBN Radio. 10 minutes past the hour, and we did not make contact with Teresa with Subway. She is a busy lady. She is a manager for Broken Bow and Holdridge Subways. She may call us back. If she does before 9:30, we'll get her up on the air here this morning. I did want you to know a couple of things more before we close the show, which are very important, that I think deserve discussion.
Okay.
We'll start with a little bit of a sports story here. Four-time golf major champion Rory McIlroy has resigned from the PGA Tour Board. His decision comes as the tour is trying to finalize an agreement to create a new commercial enterprise involving Saudi Arabia's National Wealth Fund. He opposes the Saudi-funded Live Golf and says that's not what he signed up for. I think he's great. Thank you, Rory, for doing that. Appreciate it.
He has stood very firm on his stance toward that.
Well, good for him.
Yeah, I have to respect him for that.
I do. And Tiger Woods has also said no. It's a little different, I suppose, for Tiger. He probably isn't going to golf competitively that much more, but he's made his living with the organization that he's been with, so appreciate that as well. But I don't know. It just feels like it's kind of dirty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't. I'll be honest. I really don't know the ins and outs of all of it, so hard for me to comment, I guess.
Well, we can just say this. They have a lot of money, lots and lots of money from oil, and they have not been really great with human rights. And sometimes they chop people up and they don't like them. They've been known to do that. And I have to remind myself that a good share of the 9/11 people that were on the planes that invaded our country were Saudi Arabians. So I don't get it, but that's just me. Let's move over to something a little lighter.
Okay.
Most popular baby names of 2023.
Oh, I'm interested to hear these.
All right. There's a new popular baby name in town. After 4 years at the top of the list, Liam is no longer the most popular baby name. According to Baby Center, Noah is now the most popular baby name for boys in 2023. Liam didn't drop too far, though. It still sits at number 2. With Oliver coming in number 3. And for girls, the top 3 didn't change much from last year. Olivia, Emma, and Amelia are still the most popular.
All right.
Now, we have a new grandbaby here at the radio station.
Ah, nice.
Kristen has a grandma now, and Rob is a grandpa. And their eldest daughter has had a young little guy named Damon come into this world.
Good.
Last weekend. So congratulations to the Shirleys and to all of the family members, Russells and everybody. New York State sues Pepsi.
Suing Pepsi.
Yep.
All right.
They filed a lawsuit with the New York State attorney against PepsiCo Company for allegedly endangering public health. And not from drinking it. It has to do with protecting the environment. The suit alleges that plastic bottles, wrappers, caps, and snack bags float along the Buffalo River, gathering at the bank and contaminating the drinking water. It's the first time a state has sued a plastics producer. The lawsuit could pave the way for companies to make more impact on their products that impact the environment.
Interesting.
So that'll be an interesting case to follow. I read something yesterday, wished I would have kept it, something like 1 out of 10 plastic bottles don't get recycled.
Oh,
might be more than that.
Yeah.
And then they show pictures of those bottles floating in the ocean, and you're scratching your head going, when did we quit drinking out of a faucet and we drink out of a bottle? Well, that's okay, a plastic bottle, I guess, but we don't know how to get rid of them properly. There's ways to recycle plastic bottles rather easily. We can do it right here in our own community, but we're not doing a very good job. But people who produce plastic may be watching this lawsuit very carefully because they may eventually be sued, which was we like to do that here in the United States. We like to sue one another.
Yes.
Another one. When you went to school out there, folks, did your parents know how well you were doing in school? The question that comes up, yeah, they think they're doing fine. They're doing good. Grades are pretty good. Do we really know how well our kids are doing in their education process? A new poll shows that 9 out of 10 parents, 9 out of 10, think their child is on track at school, even though standardized tests say otherwise. Almost 90% of parents believe their kids are where they should be at the grade level they're in. But a federal survey shows that more than half of the U.S. students were behind in at least one subject. So,
and that's based on standardized testing?
Yes, national standardized testing.
Yeah,
there's a conversation about that as well.
There is.
There is.
Yeah.
Would agree with that. Yep. And we've already covered National Button Day, very important day.
Yes.
Oh, I had another sheet here. I know this is more movie-type news that you might follow more than I would, but this is TV news here.
Okay.
Young Shelton is ending its season 7 on CBS, the final Young Shelton. And this might answer your question from yesterday, when the new shows are coming out.
I did have a question about when are the new shows going to be coming out again?
So this hit series will finish out at the end of this upcoming 7th season. We'll have 14 episodes, and the final show will bring the journey of Sheldon Cooper to an end after 14 years across 2 series. Of course, The Bang Theory and this show, and it's going to premiere in February, mid-February on CBS.
So do you think they'll come up with another one like Sheldon in the Middle or something?
I don't know.
Because you've had young Sheldon and then, of course, the older Sheldon as part of the Big Bang Theory. I was just wondering if maybe they'd try to work on something in the middle now.
If it'll make money, yes, it's possible. Here's this story I think that we kind of relates to what we were talking about the other day as well, how, I guess it was yesterday with Tanya, with the Fox Theater, about how you have to take your business hat off to Taylor Swift because of her ability to market, right?
Oh, yes. Yeah, okay. She knows how to do that.
So now there's going to be a college course majoring in Taylor Swift.
I'm sorry.
That's right. Oh, you're chuckling. You're not taking this seriously.
What do you mean? There a college course on Taylor Swift. What would that be about?
University of Houston is adding a course on the music superstar called The Entrepreneurial Genius of Taylor Swift.
Oh, okay.
It will be offered next spring for the university's business school. The class will focus on aspects of Taylor's songs during the class breaks, but they'll concentrate on her business savvy during the courses.
Okay.
Professor Kelly McCormick tells her class that they'll go through the Grammy winners' eras as related to her business savvy.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that's kind of interesting. I wonder if if they'll get Taylor Swift as a guest lecturer for that course.
If they do, they'll make a commercial about it.
Yeah, probably.
Speaking of Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Travis and Jason Kelce are recording a Christmas duet.
Oh, really? They're singing. Yep. Okay.
Says here, watch out, Taylor. Travis is coming to town with his music. Taylor Swift's love, Travis Kelce, recorded a duet called Fairy Tale of Philadelphia with his brother Jason. It's for Jason's team, the Eagles, for the upcoming holiday album, a Philly special Christmas show that's coming up, which will come out December 1st. Even the great Patti LaBelle is going to be part of the album. Of course, it's all good because it's a good cause, for the proceeds will go to benefit children's charities.
Now, I heard that the Swift family and the Kelce family are going to be meeting one another. The parents are going to be meeting one another at an upcoming Chiefs game. was it Chiefs and Eagles coming up? I want to say that's what I heard.
Well, they have to be careful how they cheer then to get the family together. I mean, Taylor's going to be for Kansas City.
Right. And, of course, you have the brothers playing. Jason plays for the Eagles and Travis plays for the Chiefs. But I heard that the parents of Taylor and Travis are going to meet one another, like when some upcoming Kansas City game. I want to say it was Chiefs-Eagles or something coming up.
Wow. You know what I'm afraid they'll do? They'll get so public with their relationship that they'll show them eating their turkey dinner. And
I'm guessing that there will be plenty of cut-ins to the family up in the box.
And if Taylor, gets some gravy on her chin, I know who's going to remove it. Oh, boy. We'll be right back.
In this corner, traditional commodity fertilizers that fail to provide crops what they need. And in this corner, the winner and reigning champ, Micro Essentials, the Mighty Micro. The nutrient-packed granule that delivers a wallop of more uniform nutrient distribution, increased nutrient uptake, and season-long sulfur availability. Supercharge your yields with Micro Essentials, the Mighty Micro from Mosaic. Commodity fertilizers won't know what hit them. They say in the summer, if you listen closely, you can hear the corn grow. But what if Micro Essentials, the Mighty Micro, gave every single solitary stalk the superpower to grow and yield more? Micro Essentials beats commodity fertilizers by packing all the balanced nutrition crops need into a single granule for more uniform nutrient distribution, increased nutrient uptake, and season-long sulfur availability. Supercharge your yields with Micro Essentials, the Mighty Micro from Mosaic.
Oh, my. Oh, Brent and I were...
I'm glad people did not hear our conversation when we were off the air.
Well, it's not what you think, folks. We were talking about how it is nice that Taylor Swift and Kelsey have family involved, and it's more of a family.
You can tell that they each get along with each other's family.
And then Brent went into kind of a dissertation on a little deeper than that, and I thought, just listen to us. We're sick. We've gone nuts. We're Taylor Swifties.
We're off the air. We're actually talking to each other about, boy, I hope this works for these two. Yikes.
Oh. I got to leave a little early, Brent. I'll turn things over to you.
All right.